Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good morning, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? Today is Friday, May the 14th. We're looking here at BTC USD Bitcoin, and we're looking at support to hold at the 49,430.42. And climbing back through resistance 51,383.18. RSI did get oversold. So we got that bounce we were looking for. See if we can look for some continuation to the upside. Let's move on to Ethereum, up 8%. We're looking down for Ethereum, ETHUSD, to hold support at the 3844.37. And right there at that 50 Fibonacci, we're looking at the 4065.52 resistance. And let's move on to BNB, Binance Coin. Support slightly changed here at the 578.289, and resistance coming back up through is going to be at the 621.314. Moving on to ADA, Cardano, ADA USD. ADA hitting a new all-time high. We got that all-time high at the 2.04, so we'll set that for you. We'll grab these coordinates. Just 1 second here. Why can't we change this here, folks? All right. Here we are. Things not cooperating. 2.04. All-time high. So we have resistance at the 1.963, and support is going to be right there at the 1.850. Let's move on to DOT, PolkaDot. Looking for support to hold up there at the 40.88, and resistance still at the 41.89. Moving into the DOGE, DOGE USD. DOGE, we got resistance up at the 0.5724. And resistance coming off at the 0.5124. Moving on to Litecoin, LTC USD. We have support holding at the 308.99, and resistance still up there at that 333.18 for LTC. Moving on to LINK USD. Got through that previous resistance, so we're going to look up at the 47.606 and support down at the 44.70. Moving on to XLM Stellar. Got through our resistance we had marked previously, so now we're looking at 0.698 resistance and new support levels up here as we did get through that sales target. Support at the 0.6691. Moving on to Vechain, VET Trying to get through those moving averages, still struggling with that, so we're going to look up at the previous high at the 0.193 and new level of support. Look for that to hold up there to 0.178. Moving on to FIL USD. Unchanged support, so we have 108.62 still holding, and resistance still at the 124.39. Looking over at Storj, STORJ. Same scenario here. We have 1.64 support and resistance, trying to get through that 26-day moving average at the 1.836. Moving on to Internet of Things, IOTA. IOTA looking at 2.008, so roughly the $2 psychological for resistance and the 1.90 for support. And we're going to work that stop loss up just a little bit, just underneath these lows, just under the swing low right there. Moving on to COMP, COMP USD. So looking up here at the 837.09 resistance and managed to get new support levels all the way up there to 795.61. And we'll bring that stop loss just beneath that swing low. Move on to BAT, Basic Attention Coin, unchanged support level and resistance. So we have support at 1.14, resistance 1.24. Still got a bounce in play, so we're trailing that one up with a stop loss just beneath that. Moving on to ETC USD, as mentioned in the title card, Ethereum Classic up 26.54% now. So up slightly since I made that thumbnail. So we are looking at support down at the 85.60 and resistance at the 117.10. Moving on to MANA, MANA USDC. Trying to push through the 1.317 and support down there at the 1.242 for MANA USDC. Moving on to ZIL, ZIL USD. ZIL, we're going to look for resistance at the 0.205 and support. Gonna be right there on that swing low at the 0.192. Moving on to NU USD. So NU USD 0.391 support and 0.425 resistance. Moving on to NMR USD. Still got ourselves a good level of resistance there on that 26 days. So trying to get through there, close above it. So look for support to hold at the 57.542 and look for resistance to come into play right there as we climb up through the 60.5851. Let's move on to GRT USD, the graph token. We can move our support level all the way up to this previous low. So we're looking at support to hold down at the 1.32 and a 1.38 resistance. And watch to get through that 12-day moving average just up above there. Moving on to UNI USD. Looking at support and resistance. So support is going to still be in that. We got a new one actually. Just off that low there on top of these moving averages. So we have support at the 39.36 and resistance up at the 40.39. AAVE USD was a winner yesterday. Still trying to win. So looking at support to hold there to 509.37 and resistance coming up through. Got some room to breathe to get up to that 597. So roughly that $600 psychological for resistance. Moving on to MKR USD. MKR USD resistance up at the 5256.24 and support level. Gonna look for this support right here on that previous low at the 5081.398. As we move into some of these NFTs, audio up 14.13%. Audio taking flight on us today. So we have resistance up at the 2.17 and got you some new support. We'll put that on that swing low at the 1.97. Moving on to CHZ USD. And support at the 0.4189 and resistance up there at the 0.451. Moving on to Theta, THETA USD. Theta up 6% this morning. So we're going to look for support to hold right there at that 10.02, so roughly the $10 psychological, and you're looking at resistance up at the 10.49. Let's move on to ENJ USD. Got resistance up there at the 2.1798. And did we set a new support level? Here's the question. Yeah, there we go. off that low. So tight range there for support at the 2.1394, and we'll get that stop loss on up there. There we are, rounding out here with ONE Harmony 1 as mentioned in the title card. Harmony 1 breaking out here. And so we're going to look at support up at the right there at the 0.1111 and resistance up at the 0.1251. So Bitcoin dominance BTC.D. That was an echo effect I did there for you. Still trailing off here, BTC down to 41.37 of the crypto market cap, and total crypto market cap up 4.5%, or 4.25. So we're up to 2,288 billion for the total crypto market cap. Folks, that does it for the day. Have a great day out there. Enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll speak to you soon. Thank you.